On WKYT Midmorning, disturbing details about an employee at a cable company who police say exposed himself to a customer's young child.
We have an update on the manhunt for a fugitive who police say attacked a grandmother in northern Kentucky.
A major Hollywood movie may never hit the big screen. Coming up, the latest decision from Sony Pictures.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT Mid-Morning.
Good morning to you. 10 o'clock the time. Welcome to Mid-Morning on WKYT. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Barbara Bailey. Glad you're along with us today.
We'll be going straight to a shooting situation in just a minute. We're setting up to go live. It's happened on Lexington's east side in the last few minutes. But we want to check weather just ahead of that.
Absolutely. A week away from Christmas. A lot of questions about that forecast out there. Let's check in right away with Micah Harris.
Yeah, we had a little wintry mix down to the south this morning. Things really faded away the past couple of hours. Then we have another one Saturday. Then we're talking about those Christmas holidays as we head toward next week. All of those days at least have at least a shot of seeing some kind of winter weather. Down south right now, not much going on. However, anything that is still falling out of the sky, it's cold enough. Stick to those overpasses and bridges. You got to be watching out for that. Now we're finally getting over that hump at around 30 degrees. It's going to take some time to actually get those temperatures going because we're really not going to see those clouds move nor any warmer air filter on in here anytime soon. So 35, mainly south there for those flakes, flurries, wintry mix. Then the focus of the forecast this weekend and also Christmas. What do those look like? Are they trending stronger or weaker? Well, I'll go over the latest model data coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much. And leading our news right now, a disturbing crime. New this morning, a Time Warner cable worker is in jail after police say he committed a sexual crime while in a customer's home. The
victim is a 7-year-old girl. WKYT's Mark Barber is in Lexington tracking this crime alert. Mark?
We've learned there are 3 open cases with a total of 7 charges facing Bradley Brooks. Most of the cases are traffic related, but in the most recent case, the 32-year-old is accused of exposing himself to a 7-year-old girl while he was working for Time Warner Cable. According to court documents, back on July 10th, a mother asked her daughter to take a cable router to Brooks while he was working in their basement. The mother says she realized something was wrong when the girl came out of the basement and wasn't acting like herself. Investigators tell us when the child was interviewed, she said Brooks exposed himself and then touched himself inappropriately. When police interviewed the 32-year-old man, he claimed that was not the case. According to an arrest warrant, he told officers that if the girl saw anything, it must have been inappropriate pictures of himself on his phone. Brooks claims he left the phone near the girl and she must have seen the photos. The 32-year-old was arrested around 10:15 yesterday morning near Midland and East 2nd Street. Investigators say he was under the influence of drugs when he was involved in a car crash. Brooks is charged with operating a motor vehicle while under the influence, as well as first-degree sexual abuse. He is scheduled to appear in court at 1 o'clock for an arraignment. Now, of course, this is a case that could be very concerning to the thousands of Time Warner cable customers in the area. This morning, we have calls into the cable company trying to figure out which neighborhoods Brooks worked in, as well as how long he worked for the company. We also have calls in to try to figure out how they screen the people who make their house calls. In Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. Police say a shooting led to a drug bust at a Lexington home. Last week, 2 men broke into a home on Manhattan Drive. Police say an argument led to Ben Sharp being shot in the leg. He was arrested on drug charges. When police went back to the home, they arrested Jasmine Gregory, James Kendrick, and Donst Cook. Police say a toddler was living in the home where they were growing marijuana.
New on WKYT here at Mid-Morning, police have arrested a man accused of attacking several people in northern Kentucky. The Boone County Sheriff's Office arrested Eric Unthank. Yesterday, police in Grant County say a woman was covered in blood and screaming for help. She flagged down a bus driver and told him that a man was inside trying to kill her and several children with special needs whom she cares for. Unthank was arrested near his Boone County home. Also new at Mid-Morning, a Kentucky man has been indicted on arson and burglary charges after police say he was rejected by a woman on Facebook. A Franklin County grand jury indicted James Graham. Police say he broke into the woman's home last month and set it on fire. Although he has been indicted, Graham has not yet been arrested.
A week before Christmas, and an eastern Kentucky family is dealing with 2 devastating losses. Last week, Tabitha Collett's home was destroyed by fire. She lived there with her husband, Frankie Sizemore, and their children. Tuesday, her husband was killed in a Jackson County crash while coming home from work. Police say his car hit a cattle truck head-on.
He had a heart of gold. He would give you his last anything if you needed him, and oh my gosh, he loved to make you smile.
He was a great father and a great provider. He was just a great person. He would give anything to anybody.
So sad, and a GoFundMe page to help the family has been set up. We have a link at WKYT.com. Police say the driver of the cattle truck, Jerry McQueen, was also killed in the crash.
And now, WKYT breaking news alert with more information about this shooting in Lexington this morning. Police right now at this reported scene where it happened about 30 minutes ago on Augusta Court, and that is off Eastland Parkway.
Now, so far, the details are very limited. This is an eyewitness picture from WKYT's Victor Puente. He's on the scene right now gathering details.
And we're setting up to try to get you a live update from Victor just as soon as he has some more information. He's asking questions there, and we hope to go to him with a report shortly.
Other news now, business slowly getting back to normal this morning at a Central Kentucky gas station after it was damaged in a crash. It happened at the Valero gas station on US 27 in Stanford. Police tell us a woman hit her gas pedal instead of the brake. The car ended up crashing into the store. As you can see in these eyewitness pictures, police tell us no one was hurt in the crash. Well, Sony Pictures is throwing in the towel. The Hollywood movie studio canceling the release of the controversial new comedy, The Interview.
CBS News has learned that the federal government will officially implicate the North Korean government for the cyber attack. Don Champion has more on why Sony may have had little choice but to cancel the Christmas Day release.
You want us to kill the leader of North Korea?
Yes.
The Interview is a comedy about reporters on a mission to assassinate the leader of North Korea. Yesterday, after the nation's largest theater chains decided to not show the film, Sony pulled the plug.
In the history of cinema, this has never happened where a major studio has said, we're not going to show a movie out of concern for the safety of the moviegoers.
In a statement, Sony said, in light of the decision by the majority of our exhibitors not to show the film, we have decided not to move forward. Sony said it made the decision with paramount interest in the safety of employees and theater goers.
When they pulled the movie, Sony essentially couldn't release it, which was good news for Sony because it didn't have to say, oh, we're backing down under pressure.
Right.
It was the theater chains are backing down.
In an online message Tuesday, a group called Guardians of Peace, believed to be state-sponsored hackers inside North Korea, issued a warning of wide-scale attacks mentioning 9/11. The world will be full of fear, the hacker group wrote. Remember the 11th of September 2001. However, the Department of Homeland Security has said there is no credible evidence of an active terror plot.
I think we should be aware but not afraid. No, I mean, if we're afraid, they've won.
This is the same group behind the crippling cyber attacks against Sony. The hackers stole films, personal data, and revealed embarrassing emails. However, North Korea denied it was behind the cyber terrorism, but called it a righteous deed. In Hollywood, many are expressing outrage over the decision to cancel the premiere. The move has already cost Sony tens of millions, including the $42 million it cost to make the movie. As of right now, Sony has no plans to release The Interview in theaters or on any other platform. In New York, Don Champion, CBS News.
All right, WKYT News now with a breaking news alert and more information as police are on the scene of a confirmed shooting. We do have that now confirmed from police. It happened about 30 minutes ago on Augusta Court, that is off the Eastland Parkway. This is now a live picture from the scene with the police response there. So far, very limited details at the moment.
A witness told us they saw police working on the unresponsive victim. Canines are now searching for that suspect. WKYT's Victor Puente is on the scene gathering details.
All right, and we'll be going to him when we get to more information and, of course, a full report at noon. Well, organizers of a biblically themed park in northern Kentucky say a recent decision by the state to deny them tax incentives won't sink their plans. According to the Grant County News, leaders of Answers in Genesis say crews have dug 3 large pits that will be the base of a large wooden ark. This comes after state tourism leaders denied tax incentives for the Ark Encounter Park. Park leaders said they are considering challenging the state's decision in court.
A new 16-story mixed-use building has been proposed for Lexington. According to our news partners at the Herald Leader, the building would include space for 200 apartments, along with stores and restaurants on the ground level. Now, here's a rendering of what it would look like. The development would be called Thistle Station. If approved, it would be built near the BCTC campus.